Hey everyone, so today what I have for you guys is I'm going to do a little test drive in this 2017 Volkswagen GTI SE with the DSG. So I'm really excited to show you guys this car. It's a really fun car to drive. I got to spend about 45 minutes driving it the other day back from Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and I really got to know it pretty well. So I'm a big fan of it, so I'm excited to show you guys. Just start it up, just put your foot on the brake, tap the start-stop button. Vehicle also has a backup camera as well. I'm not sure if you guys can see, I think you can see that in the video. It's very helpful. It's not that big of a car, but for those tight parking spaces, it is helpful. Very nice flat bottom leather wrap steering wheel. I'm a big fan of this. Also a big fan of the DSG as well. And off we go. Very smooth ride. Whether you're going 20 miles an hour down the road or you're going 80. Definitely very nice. With the DSG, it does take a little bit to modulate the gas when you're going off the line so it doesn't stutter. That's just because it's not a traditional torque converter automatic, so you just kind of have to finesse it a little bit. Here we'll put it into sport mode. Let's see. There we go. So sports mode, and we'll take off. Now, I will say, with all the power that this has and the sound that the engine makes, it does not sound like a four-cylinder at all. This has Volkswagen's 2-liter turbocharged engine. This has a performance pack as well, since it's the SE, and that has 220 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. And in a car like this, I don't know the exact curb weight on it. I would imagine like not too much higher than 3,000 pounds. This thing definitely moves, especially with the DSG. And I don't know if Volkswagen like pipes in any sort of like sound into the car, but this engine just does not sound like a four-cylinder. Not at all. So I'll turn down here. I'll bring you guys down one of my favorite little back roads. Still in sport mode. Like I said, not like a four-cylinder at all. It definitely moves. That was about 3/4 throttle there. But over anything, this is where the GTI shines, in my opinion. Just going through these curves, it just corners so flat for a front-wheel drive car. Trying to avoid some of the potholes. Love that sound. And also, when the transmission and the car is in sport mode, it also holds the gears while you're going up hills and around corners, so you can maintain speed, which is good. Just downshifted there. It was a little harsh, but it sometimes happens. This is a very sharp curve right here. This is definitely just where the car shines on these back roads here. And back down, back this way. Again, just very effortless acceleration with all the torque this thing has. You really don't need to let into it to get going. Which can be a problem, because when this gets up to highway speeds and above, it doesn't feel like you're going as fast as you are. I'm sure you guys have been able to see in the video. Right now it's fall time in New England, so this drive is absolutely beautiful with all of the trees that are changing colors, and it's a nice day too, about 55 degrees and overcast. Typical fall day. It's very beautiful. Regular mode. You can also customize it as well, but in addition to that, there's a normal and a sport mode that's very nice. You also, down here, you can shift the car manually with the actual gearbox itself, and then you also have the steering wheel mounted paddle shifters, so you can be in more control when you want it around corners or in the winter time, what have you. It's a nice feature to have. And I believe they do rev match as well. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but it certainly feels like that. Brakes are also very good. No surprise there, though. It's a brand new car. It's also very quiet as well. It's very well insulated in here. You don't hear a lot of tire noise or wind noise. Volkswagen, I think, has done a very good job isolating the cabin from any of those outside annoyances. But also, they make the suspension sporty but not harsh at the same time. So this will be able to go through corners very well, but it won't be too harsh while you're climbing over potholes. Driving over, I should say. I won't be doing a highway drive on this tour, or this drive, excuse me, but definitely does run very, very smoothly on the highway. Like I said, I drove it the other day for about 45 minutes coming back from Portsmouth, and just drives very smooth, so easy to go above the speed limit and not even feel it. 75, 80 miles an hour in this vehicle feels like nothing, so. In addition, I don't believe this has any sort of the start-stop system that shuts the auto start-stop where the engine shuts off at traffic lights. I don't believe this vehicle has that, nor do I believe, not sure if it has any sort of adaptive cruise control or forward collision warning. I haven't experienced any situation that would require that, thankfully, but I don't believe this vehicle comes with it. Personally, I don't find a use for it, neither does the owner of the car, but it is something nice to have, just in case in those situations where you feel like you might need a little extra help if you're distracted for a second and the car lets you know that, you need to brake. Lots of traffic for a Saturday afternoon. it must be going up north to see the leaves or something like that. Leaf peepers in New England. But again, as I'm nearing the end of this video, just want to reiterate in this quick drive, it's very, very smooth, very quick, handles beautifully around the corners. The DSG is super responsive, whether you leave it in drive, want to play with the paddles, or put it in manual mode. And these seats also really hold you in nicely. And any of the bumps, you know, this does have a harder, a more firm suspension, so you will feel them, but the car never feels unsettled, which is nice. But anyway, I'm nearing the end of this test drive, and I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I wish you a great rest of your day. Please comment, like, and subscribe.